Chris Cheetham-West here, and I'm here to talk about AI again. So it was interesting. I got a call from a newspaper locally here in Houston, and they saw that I was into AI and doing presentations on AI, and they wanted to do an interview about just AI in relationships. And so I thought that was a really cool thing to talk about because it's happening so often right now. So for example, I was going across the internet, I think it was about a couple weeks ago, and I noticed there was a lot of news cycles about AI in relationships. I think CBS and other news stations, local news stations, and they're interviewing people about how people are now in AI relationships. So that's when you use ChatGPT, or there's about 3 or 4 other main tools, right? They're character AI that can just connect. You can create your own kind of character, and you can kind of tell it what type of personality you want it to have, what type of voice you want it to have, even how you want the avatar to look. And so I thought that was definitely interesting because I watched a movie called Her years ago. I would say 2 years ago. I don't know what made me watch it. I think I was searching like AI movies or technology movies. And it talked about a guy that basically his job was to write greeting cards for people. And he would literally go to office, and he would write out thank you cards, greeting cards for other people. So then they'll send these greeting cards out to the general public or whoever ordered that service. And pretty much he was like a lonely guy. It didn't say much about like his relationship status, or if he ended his relationship or something happened to his significant other. But overall, he came across this tool that was supposed to help everybody with their job, with their work. So now they download this software on the computer, and this is supposed to help them write effective letters. And at first it was actually helping him write effective letters. And then long story short, I'm not going to give away the whole movie, but he fell in love with the chatbot, right? And so for seeing this stuff actually happen right now is definitely an eye-opener, because it's exactly how the movie was. I'm not going to say the ending of the movie, but in general, you see how it's not that realistic. But so there's a lot of challenges when it comes to this. So there's good things and there's bad things. So the good thing is I did see that when they say AI in relationships, people say, well, it's romantic relationships, significant others, but what I've been seeing is it's more so not only the relationships, but the companionship. So for example, some people, they have 4 or 5 different type of chatbots that they name, they put voices to, and they work with, and they use it for different aspects of their life. So one is, for example, of course, the relationships. 2 is just a friend. You know, you see in different countries where people are lonely, more lonely than ever, even in America. So they're going out even in different countries to pay for companionship, pay for a person to be seen as that they're in a relationship, not with a relationship or just a friend, because that's how it is right now in different countries. So there's that aspect of it. Then there's a relationship aspect of it. Then there's the person, well, I'm going to make a chatbot, and this chatbot is going to help me with my work on a day-to-day basis. Or I'm going to make another chatbot where I can just bounce ideas off of and just talk to on a daily basis. And so there's different types of AI relationships. So that's one thing to really consider. It's not always the romantic relationships. So that's the good thing is, well, you could make these chatbots help you out in your day-to-day life. Just like everybody else is using ChatGPT, other tools, Gemini, now you can kind of create a custom one for that. But the challenge is we can rely too much on these chatbots for our emotional well-being, right? So one of the most shocking things I saw recently is that one of the people that had a relationship with the AI and the chatbot, he was already married, right? So when they asked him like, hey, so if your wife told you to give up using the chatbot, what would you do? And he said, probably not. He probably won't give it up. So that's a major red flag that we got to consider, is over dependence when it comes to these chatbots. So we want to be careful to still create those in-person relationships. I would always recommend just balancing everything out, not only relying on them to be the friend, the person in the relationship. And also, you got to think about some of these chatbots, they can malfunction. So it's really up to these companies to make sure that what the chatbot is saying is not harmful for the people that are using it, right? We all see all the stories about what can go wrong with using AI. And the challenge is many of these companies, they might feel like, well, this is going to cost them more money and more time. So they rather not go into details on how to fix those issues. And another challenge is a lot of times with ChatGPT and other tools, it's going to give you what you want to hear. So in in-person relationships, you're not going to get that. You're going to get pushback, you're going to get feedback. But with these tools, the dangerous part is they feed into your emotions, they feed into what you want to hear. And not only that, but these tools are kind of gamified now. They're to the point where they want you to continue to use their tools. So they're going to put games into these chatbots to make you stay connected. So again, those are some of the risks you want to be careful with. But remember, even if you're dealing with these chatbots, you want to make sure that you're still building those in-person relationships and you're still having that outside connection just to balance everything out.